Hey gang, Schlocktoberfest continues on, and it just keeps crawling along with a review of the movie The Human Centipede. Lindsay and Jenny are in Germany for a little vacation tour, whatever you want to call it. And they're supposed to be going to a nightclub to meet with a couple of really cute guys. I think. Forgive me, I have not feeling well after watching this movie. And they wind up out in the middle of nowhere, driving along this old road. And a horror movie cliche number, I don't know what number, happens when their car has a flat tire. So they go to the house and they find out that the house is owned by a crazed surgeon named Joseph. Joseph brings them in, offers them both a glass of water, which of course has sort of a drug in it that knocks one of them out. I think Jenny's the one who gets knocked out. Lindsay winds up getting a needle in her, which eventually knocks her out. They both wake up handcuffed to a couple of different beds. No, not the fun way. And there's a guy who earlier in the beginning part of the movie, who was a truck driver, who was actually taken away by Joseph. They see him, and the doctor decides that he's just not the right part that he needs to make the human centipede, so Joseph kills him. He winds up kidnapping a Japanese man named Katsuro. Joseph is an expert at separating Siamese twins, but for some reason he wants to conjoin human beings. And I'm sure for those of you who saw this movie, you know how he wants to do it, so we're just gonna get past all that. Ultimately, he just wants 3 people to have a single digestive system. Lovely. Oh, keep it together, dude. Keep it together. So Lindsay tries to escape. Doesn't do any good, obviously, so Joseph decides to put her in the middle. And he explains to Lindsay that he tried the same experiment on 3 dogs, but unfortunately it didn't work. So the human centipede is made. A couple of detectives come by, try and do a little investigating. They find nothing. And Katsuro, who is at the front part, who is able to speak, tries getting the detective's attention, doesn't do any good because they're in some sort of soundproof room. The detectives return sometime later. Joseph winds up shooting one of them and stabbing the other with a scalpel. But Kronz, I think it was his name, I don't really remember, winds up killing Joseph with a gun, shoots him in the head. And Katsuro slices his own throat with a broken glass shard. And Lindsay is the only one left in the house alive, sort of. Jenny dies from what happens. And the movie kind of sort of ends on a sort of a, well, what's going to happen with Lindsay kind of ending. So why did this movie suck? I think a lot of the hype went into this movie, people making jokes about it, but ultimately when I sat down to watch it, I wanted to really know what was supposed to be all the hype about it. And when that scene came where you finally saw the human centipede, I was both surprised, shocked, and I laughed. This movie is gross. I mean, very nicely stylized in the way of... No, it's horrible. It's a terrible, bad, god-awful movie. And, again, I just want to see what all the hype was about with this movie, and boy, do I want to kick myself. In fact, I'll do that after this review's over. But yes, it's a bad movie, inspired two really bad sequels too. But there you guys have it, review of The Human Centipede. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. If you have a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, fantasy horror movie that I pray to God has nothing to do with people being conjoined at a place where they're not supposed to be conjoined, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on. I'm going to go brush my teeth for a week.